Well, hello, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me. My name is Jess. If you are not new here, I'm so glad you have made it back. And today we are going to just give, as by the title you can probably tell, we're just going to give kind of our 2 cents on the Shane Dawson's series about the world of Jeffree Star. I am, when I watched the first episode, I kind of expected more as far as the launch of it. Like, I understood the day, but they didn't give a time. But I guess it's a good thing because it probably would have bogged down YouTube if everybody knew what time he was going to go live. But, or not go live, but put that video live. But, I did watch it. I was excited to watch it. When I was watching it, the first episode now, we're still in the first episode, the Beautiful World of Jeffree Star, I wasn't really impressed with it as far as the information, because I already knew that there was a palette coming, because every drama channel out there has said there's a palette coming, and Jeffree has mentioned it, and they've hinted to it, and Shane's hinted, and then they did a spoiler of like the pig mirror and palette and all that. And then, spoiler alert, Jeffree's rich. We know that. We know that all too well. Now, as far as the information on kind of how much that he brought home from each palette, and then how much he bought or how much he took home from one launch of like Blue Blood. Now, that was interesting to me. You know, numbers, I like numbers. Y'all, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention also, how great is it that Shane put in inserts of Bridget from Porcelain Cosmetics. I watch Porcelain some on YouTube, and she's funny. She's kind of like my spirit animal too, like her and KP from Grunge and Glitter. Anyway, but how cool was it that he put Porcelain's clips in about Jeffree's stuff? And anyway, I'm excited for Bridget because that brings some more stuff to her channel. And I don't know her personally, but boo, do your thing. And we're proud of you on this end. That's all I had to say about that. I'll let you get back to the video. I just wanted to leave that tiny little insert in. Okay. Numbers. And I like the fact that Jeffree makes, you know, like 30 bucks on each palette, and not like $45 on each palette, you know, like, because the palette's like 52 bucks. So some palettes out there, you know, you can tell that they are lesser quality. So it is good to know kind of what the big boss man towards the top, at the top tier, is kind of creating. Like, for example, this is my Jeffree Star palette. Okay, this is good quality. You can see like the extra detail on the water droplets on top. You can see that, but they're actually raised up off the top of the packaging. Thirsty looks like it's melting. It's got the Jeffree Star logo. It's got 4 different shades of yellow on the top here. It's not your basic palette. Now this, I mean, it is plastic, but it is, you know, it's got a really great size mirror. The pans are a really great size. To me, I like their shadows. Their shadows are creamy. I really, really enjoy this palette. This is the only palette that I own of Jeffree Star's, and I would love to own more, but, you know, mama's just single mama balling on budget. We just don't do that a lot. And I'm not about to ask baby daddy to buy me any makeup. I mean, nobody, who does that? You know what I mean? So, and somebody's gonna come for me and say, "You're not a single mama, you're dating," but don't try to judge me, okay? I know my life story, you don't. Okay, so, and then next we have Yes Please by ColourPop, which is kind of, you know, this is the first one that I got. Now, ColourPop does great eyeshadows. Now, get me wrong as far as saying this is not good quality. This is just, I don't see where this cost as much to make as this. I mean, look how big it is, for one thing. You know, it's a lot smaller packaging. to feel them together side by side, this is a higher quality plastic than this. And the pan size is a lot smaller than this. Okay, a lot smaller. Okay, and there's no mirror. So somebody making this could probably make this palette for like probably $8. They're probably making this palette for $8 or $9. And Jeffree is probably making this one probably $18. He's probably making this. I mean, the Blue Blood was $20 to probably make that palette. So this might even be $17, $16 to make this one, because this one is not as good quality as the Blue Blood or the Blood Sugar palette, because they're big palettes. But the point is and hold that thought, because somebody's going to come for me and say, well, it's small, or of course, okay, wait. My same argument would be for BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I love this palette, but again, look at how small the pans are compared to this. Now these two blues, that one, and these yellows, I like these yellows and blues more than I like these. Not saying these are bad, just that I have to work a little bit harder with this palette to get what I want than I do with this. Okay, they are, BH Cosmetics is actually bigger than the Thirsty palette, but to feel them side by side, this one definitely feels like it is higher quality made than this one. And not to go on a tangent with it, but I'm sure that this one might have cost $8 too to make, okay? But I don't know the recipe. I've not ever done any manufacturing, but to understand and to listen to what they're talking about, that does interest me. So I did like that part. Okay, and then on the second installment, it kind of followed over with that whole thing with the palette and all. And I did enjoy the little parts of seeing like Rylan and Shane. Like, some people are going to not like to see the romantic part of them, but I thought it was precious. I really did. And to see that, like Shane was mentioning how like he had stuff to live for now. He might not have cared as much if this had happened before he had met Rylan, but now he cares. And I always thought that Shane was making good money. He's been on YouTube for, he said, many years. They have a nice house there, but he says they don't bring as much in. Again, if you believe everything that is said, if you take that with a grain of salt, and he's been on YouTube for 10 plus years, and he says he doesn't bring in a fraction of what Jeffree's bringing in. And I always thought that he was making good, that he was just modest with himself. I mean, let's be honest, Shane is not the prettiest package out there. You've got Jeffree, who keeps himself primmed, proper, and top to bottom, and you've got Shane that just WTF, I did UTF, I don't give a, I'm not gonna say that word, family friendly. So that is my thought on the second part. And I know they're probably like, man, that thing was an hour long, and that's all you considered thinking about. The third installment, where it's getting into the nitty gritty of when his stuff got broken into. And that, to me, I feel like that just happened a couple months ago, but it happened, in March, and it's October. So it has happened a while ago, but it seems so close. And then to see him talk about it, and some inside information, that was not put on Snapchat and was not put in a video, like that was kind of cool to see too. I didn't know that more than just the concealers were stolen. I did not know that like some parts of Blue Blood were stolen. That was new to me. It was probably leaked on something, but I hadn't seen it. Cases of Red Bull. Who steals cases of Red Bull? But in that same sense, I work for a company where a lady mentioned that somebody broke into her house and stole jewelry and toilet paper. So, robbers are just weird. Assholes. Sorry, family friendly, but robbers are not good. Kids don't be robbers. But my point to this is, I was hoping that this third installment would kind of give me some insight into the whole Tati and James and Jeffree saga of everything, but I'm kind of holding on to my seat waiting for that. But I did like this last video of seeing the pigments and seeing how happy Shane was at what he was creating, and to see the shade names that he would pick out, and it just suits him. It suits him really well, and the color, I'm excited for this palette to come out. I probably won't be able to afford it. I'll probably have to wait for a few years and wait for it to go on clearance, and I'm hoping I'll be able to get it. But I am excited to see it. And then at the end, when they were showing Rylan and when Shane got down on one knee, y'all, I'm a sucker for romance. Sucker for it. And I like Shane. I do. I like Rylan. Andrew's funny. I can get behind Andrew. I already kind of like Jeffree. He's his own crown of thorns. He is his own boss. He is his own. He's kind of his own enemy sometimes too. But he's great. I like him. He's not a god, not a saint or anything like that by any means. But I like to see his life. I don't really get a whole lot out of his makeup tutorials. I really don't anymore. But as far as life and entertainment, and like if I was watching the soaps on TV like that, that's the excitement that I get from watching Jeffree Snapchats or his videos that come up, listening to just new things happening in his life, and little cute Nate self and how they are, and dealing with the dogs. I feel for him. When my dog passed away, it was tragic. It's a tough thing, because your dogs are your kids. When baby daddy's dog passed away a few months back, it was devastating for him and the family. It was bad. And how could I not have even mentioned the Two-Face drama that popped up? I mean, that was interesting to me to watch. Now, I caught tidbits of that when it was kind of going down originally with Nikki Tutorials, and I like Nikki Tutorials. Yes, some people say that, you know, she pushes certain brands and she only uses certain brands and she's bought and all that, but the girl makes bank, okay? So she's doing something right. Leave her alone, do her thing. But yeah, she made a boo-boo. She learned from it, and it never happened again. Two-Faced, on the other hand, all that stuff about you know, going online and the sister calling somebody out and all that, like, woo, that is just like, we're in the playground. All that kind of drama is not necessary. So anyway, that's my little 2 cents on the Two-Faced thing that was happening. Sorry that this video seems a little bit botched. It has been a long day. Let me just take. Okay, let me just fix this. I'm holding it up with my hand. It's just, you know, how we do, because I don't have a tripod. I don't have a handy dandy tripod. God, I can't get my life together. My son's birthday party was yesterday, and once we left the birthday party, we went to about 45 minutes away to like this little farm thing. You take a hayride and get free pumpkin and all that. And the day started out at 53 degrees. So I did check the weather, and I did not think that it would be as hot as it was, and I felt like I was melting by the end of the day. So tired. And then a friend of mine had come over once we got home. We got home about 5, and so she came over about 6, and she stayed for a while, and it's just been a long day. And so I wake up today, so sorry, that was yesterday. So I wake up today, and I mean, it was just our normal me getting the baby up and going, and answering his 47 questions, and getting him breakfast, and trying to fight him to get his clothes on, and to pick his shoes out, doing laundry. We went to the grocery store, and I mean, this is all before like 10:30, 11. So it's been a day. I dropped the baby off with baby daddy, and they're doing their thing, and so I came home and quickly filmed, and I'm sitting down, and it's just so quiet in the rain. Me and the dog. Sorry, y'all. Bye. You don't want to be on camera today? Can you say hello? She's like, Mama, I'm sleeping. Say hello. Hey, honey. Anyway, we're sitting on a couch, and we are listening to the sound of the rain, and it's just so relaxing. And as I'm sitting here contemplating the video that I just did, and I'm like, God, I don't want to refilm the entire thing. So let me just give you a few tidbits. So again, it's the Mess Express. Welcome to it. Thanks for that little tidbit, and I'll let you get back to the video. I don't really have a whole lot more to say about it, except for that I'm excited to see the fourth one. The first three were good. The third one was my favorite. The first one didn't really impress me much. The second one was just, kind of neat information. And then just to see Shane, like his mental state, that was kind of what I got the sum or the gist of the second installment, was just of where Shane's mind is. And it probably should have been titled The Mind of Shane Dawson in the Beautiful World of Jeffree Star. But anyways, thanks guys for hanging out with me, and I'm going to try to do what are my thoughts on it for the fourth installment when it comes out, and I will see you guys later. Oh, I got the hiccups. Bye guys. Oh, and if you want to see this natural Sunday makeup look, leave me a comment. It looks like I have nothing on my skin. I am so excited. I have finally got away with the bare minimum, and I think I used like 3 products. 1, 2, 3 products. Love it. Anyways, thanks guys for hanging out with me.